Hi Google, Robot here, back with another game on the channel. Back with some more Scarlet Hollow. This game is freaking insane, bro. Can't wait to play more of it. We got episode 4. Episode 4. Give me more. The decision you made in episode 3 bears heavy physical consequences, and a visual reminder of those consequences will follow you for the rest of the game. You can reduce the intensity of this visual reminder or remove it entirely at any point in your preferences. Would you like to see a recap before starting episode 4? Sure, it's been a minute. I'm not reading all the dialogue though. The funeral, we were on our way to the funeral. You know, our family got a crazy history. You know, our cousin, you know, she welcomes us to the state, the house. Few of the joints is accessible. She told us not to go wander around. We still did that anyway because we're hard-headed a little bit. We went into here. This place, you know, quiet notes of the piano playing in the room and stuff. Yep. We met Stella. We went along on a crazy journey. We found Duke. He got murked by a bunch of monsters and stuff. We saw that. These animals, they all look kind of strange. They got like bumps on them and stuff. We went to save the dog instead of Duke because he brought out the shotgun. I thought he would have handled that. He didn't. he didn't. He got murked. But whatever the hell these things are. And then freaking Wayne, he shows up out of nowhere. He's been stalking us for like the whole game. And then the next episode, she told us to stay out of trouble. We did not do that. We did not do that. We did not do that. Yeah, she said stay at sunset. We didn't do that. We met the old lady, the freaking the you know. We talked. We went to Tipitha's job. We ran off. They were talking about Wayne. And then we met up with bro later on in the episode. Was it the second episode or the third episode where we met up with him? I don't remember. Wayne showed back up again. He's talking about a person that cares about our safety. I mean, he hasn't tried to kill me yet, so we kind of I trust him for now. Oh yeah, and then the kids ran off into the freaking woods. Then we all went after them. Or not the woods, the mines. Yeah, my fault. And then we agreed to go ghost what was it, ghost busting at our house because they said it's haunted. We gonna talk about episode 3. Yeah, then the Knox. And the 3 kids ran off again. We had to go freaking chase after them. I remember that part. Yeah, the darkness almost swooped us in. Then we started seeing visions about shit, about what really happened here. It was like crazy. And then Tabitha, she wanted to leave the kids behind, but I was like, no, we don't leave nobody behind. I'm finna go after them. We finna go back after them. We got them. Unfortunately, Rox came in and landed right on her freaking leg. She's still alive though, but she is effed up. Tabitha was not happy about what just transpired, and I can't really blame her for that. 2 rodents in our freaking dresser. They just chilling. Janie talked about what happened. It was a very tragic event. And then, oh yeah, this is when I went to go meet Isaacs. Wait, or did I meet Tipitha? I don't remember. Well, that's why we're doing the recap, so I can remember. Or not Tipitha, the other girl. Kanika. Oh, I think I went with her, and then I met Isaacs afterwards. Who was this? Duke's boy. Oh yeah, I told him where his father was. I was like, might as well. Yeah, I met Isaacs. Oh yeah, the miners were talking about doing a strike. I didn't tell her though. I was like, you know. Then I met Kanika. She's very pretty. You know, the mayor's a dog for some reason. I don't know what that's about. I don't know how that even happened. Like this town is weird, stupid weird. Oh, we met the pastor dude that everybody was talking about how he's like everybody calls him like weird or something. But he's just very a very desperate person to be liked. That's all. I ain't going I ain't gonna entertain him though. Oh yeah, we met this dude. He has a condition that we did not ask about for just out of like respect, I suppose. Yeah, we didn't ask him to come with us. I feel like that would not have been a great idea. You know, the mother. We met her earlier in in the joint. We tried to flirt with her and it didn't end well. So yeah, and that sick every day, not getting better. He doesn't want. He does not like that he has to be sheltered away from life because of his condition. He wants to go out and do. He wants to go out and like do like he wants to live his life and stuff, and he gets into pain. Something happened. Dr. Kelly kicked us out the house, and then we finally did the coast hunt. That's when everything went freaking crazy. I started seeing everything. I was tweaking out bad. Yeah, we were really going through it in this day. We were really going through it. We was seeing everything, and then eventually we met up with Wayne again. He helped me get out of this place, whatever the hell it was. We were like seeing memories or something. Sins of the father. Yeah. And then I sacrificed my life because of the sins of our family's past. You know, I did come here to bust a ghost after all. Oh, God. Bro, it was so silent that that loud noise scared the hell out of me. Holy. Yeah. And so it was like traumatized. I'm probably traumatized too. It was a lot. And now here we are. Can die any moment now. They shortened my lifespan, but I don't know how long it is. The sins of our family's past. It's probably gonna get worse from here. You open your eyes. It's a new day, and you feel like shit. You know, in the bright morning light, you're finally able to take stock of. Wait, before I continue, can I look at my major decisions? We did a lot of stuff on Wednesday. We did a lot of stuff on Wednesday. We found the second possum. We finally took a shower. We met the pastor's wife. The hospital had to amputate her foot. We met Bo. We went to Isaac's. I think something happened to Wayne. Hung out. I hung out with it. Thank God for small town goths. Yo, you're tripping. Met the mayor. We met the pastor. We had dinner. There's something in the clinic. I didn't invite anyone. I sacrificed my life to exercise the spirit of Charles Shaw Jr., a man my grandmother murdered. Many plans are supposed to talk about mysterious ongoings over tea. We did a lot of stuff. Wednesday was a very eventful day. In the bright morning light, you're finally able to take stock of just how much the spirit took from you. You feel dulled, your bones creak, your soul weighed down with the exhaustion of age. I can't wait to finally be dead. Let's see. How do we feel? We sacrificed our life because of the sins of our families past that I did not meet. I just hope it was worth it. Who knows what would have happened had you left it behind to fester? Then again, who knows what will happen to you now that you're lost a part of yourself? An involuntary shudder runs down your spine. Your thoughts are interrupted by the buzz of your phone on the nightstand. Hey, just wanted to check in. Hope you're doing a little better. Also wanted to ask, have you heard from Stella? Check your messages, there's nothing from Stella. Oof. Explorer calls Stella. How are you doing? I'll text her. I ain't gonna call her. Hey. Just nothing else, just hey. I'm gonna just say this one. Text me as soon as you get the chance. Your message says undelivered. I haven't heard from her either. That's not good. I know we haven't exactly got along, but we should meet up in town and look for it together. Looks like you have your morning plans in order. Explore, take a shower, check the closet. Let's visit the possum. Let's check on the possum. You open the drawers. Where did they get bread? The two possums stare up at you. They both have bread now. That's nice. When did I give them bread? You wave at them. They continue to stare up at you blankly in response. You know? It's their home now. There's nothing you can do to change that. I can't look at the doll. Oh, wait. Yep. You make your way to the closet. There's no denying it. The doll moved at some point since your most recent visit. But your long dead relative's creepy old doll isn't the only thing that's different. Someone was in here. Something to mull over for the rest of the day. Alright, let's take a shower. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The hot water soothes your aching joints. Despite the state of the bathroom, this shower is a good place, as it rinses your body clean. Oh my god. Think about the door in the clinic, you're still drawn even now. Come back there today, sure of it. Think about the specter of an early death that hangs over you. What do we think about? The worst is yet to come. What do we want to think about? The door. Is it worth it to go back to the door though? What if it's like a bad omen? But then what if it's also like one of those like visions that I saw as well? That's another thing to think about. Think about Sybil's warning, the worst is yet to come. No, let's think about the door. Let's think about the door. You're done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Go downstairs. It's time to face your cousin. Oh yeah, she's definitely gonna be pissed at us for what we did. You find her in the kitchen, her shoulders hunched in a tight ball of anxiety. They're striking this week of all weeks, as if I didn't have enough on my plate already. There's almost a cool confidence in the way your cousin talks about the strike. It doesn't even matter how the strike plays out. Any resolution would merely treat the symptoms of the disease rotting the heart of Scarlet Hollow. If they stand any chance of getting better, there's something deeper you still have to fully uncover. Talk about what happened last night. Talk about the strike. Let's talk about what happened last. Wait. Okay. Oh my god. All these options. Oh my gosh. All these options about the strike. Jesus. Oh, wait. Damn it. I didn't realize that, I thought I could, like, whoops. Well, I guess we're not talking about the strike then. Okay, get hold of Estella. Do you think she's alright? She tends to just disappear every now and then. She's tough. She'll be able to take care of herself. Whoops. I wanted to talk. I didn't think pushing return would lock me out of talking about it. I've dwelled long enough to stay safe. No more hijinks. Can't promise that. Honestly, you saying that is just gonna make me get into more hijinks anyways. Let me know if you get into trouble, okay? Tabitha slips past you, her heavy boots thudding down the hall as she marches away to face her employees. Time to figure out the rest of your day. You know, we gotta get some PBJ. If Stella's MIA, who knows when you'll get the chance to eat? And who knows just how much your new affliction will affect your appetite. You make yourself a PB&J sandwich anticipate you with a long day ahead of you. You know? That's that. It's time to go into town. We don't even get a chance to mess with the cat this time. You head to the front door and begin your trek into town below. Birds sound different today, muffled, like your ears are full of cotton. The dull sun shines down on the surrounding wilderness, seeming to wash the color from the world. But you're adjusting. Already your body is starting to accept the change that has come over it. To accept that is how things will be seen from now here on out. You can't help but feel countless eyes watching you from the tree line. The feeling reminds you of your time in the woods with Stella. Ditchling shouldn't be out in the middle of the day though. Getting bolder. As you continue the trek to town, you pause to stare out at the mountain range beyond the holler, contemplating a world that's blissfully unaware of the danger threatening the citizens of this tiny town. The world outside feels real with each passing day, as the strange reality of what's happening in Scarlet Hollow gently uproots what always taken to be the truths of our world. Your everyday worries seem distant, overshadowed by a fear and dread that hasn't stopped building up since the moment you stepped off that bus. As Kanika, it isn't long until you find your journey from the estate is over. You once again find yourself on the main street of Scarlet Hollow. Hey, you made it. I still haven't heard of Stella, and I've already seen a bunch of those ditchling things scurrying around in broad daylight. I know my mom said they're harmless, but we should start looking for her. We could always just chill. I'm sure Stella would be fine. No, let's explore. How are you doing? That's a great question. My concept of how the world works is being shadowed a little more each day, so that's cool. Every day I feel more and more like I need to get out of this town before it swallows me whole. But I also keep feeling like there's too many reasons to stay. Like right now, I can't leave until I know Stella's okay. With her folks gone, the only people she has are her friends. And as her bestie, I can't just let her go off running into the woods to get eaten by a Bigfoot. My mom is just so chill right now. It's driving me nuts. She just keeps giving me tea and ignoring anything I tell her about the weird stuff that's been going on around town. I figured if anyone would be interested in magic stuff, it'd be her, but she ends the conversation every time I start talking about it. Anyway, thanks for asking. Ranting helped, and I appreciate you pressing on it. I know others with my gifts when I meet them, and Sybil is probably the most gifted person I've ever met. Are you saying she's a witch or something? No way. She's just a funky old lady who's into crystals and herbs and stuff. She doesn't actually know magic. I mean, if she were some kind of witch, that would mean everything I thought I knew was wrong. My whole life had been a lie. I can't think about this right now. I need to be focused. This thought will just have to get in line with all the other pending existential crises. I'm supposed to see your mom some points a day. She usually finally shed light on things. I'm not sure what she's planning to tell you today that she couldn't have told all of us last night. Maybe she's gonna reach her fortune. I should probably start making fun of her old new age mystic vibe. A lot's happened in the past couple of days. Still, there's plenty of time for tea after we've all looked for Stella. Any leads on Stella? I haven't had a chance to talk to anyone yet, so no, none so far. She ran north last night, but that doesn't mean she didn't double back. I'm trying not to worry too much. It's possible she's safe somewhere, just not answering her phone, but I also don't want to bet on that. Someone manning the general store while we go looking for Stella? Mama Mouse could deal for another day while we go looking for Stella. This is important. Not that the store isn't, but if something happened to her and I was spending my time minding the register, I don't think I can live with that. We should get started then. Yeah, we're burning daylight. Where to first? Let's see. We should check out the church. We should go to the mine. We're staying far away from the mines. Diner. We should go to the cops. We're not going to the cops. Stella's house. Let's check out the diner. Folks tend to congregate there. Maybe we'll run into someone who's seen Stella. It feels like you walk into a private meeting. The back booth is full of miners, and they're having what seems to be an intense discussion. Their expressions gravely serious. Hey, it's Robin and Kanika. Long time no see. Hope the town's been treating you well. Are we interrupting something? Of course not. Everyone's welcome here. Just careful not to step on any toes. Things have gotten a little tense over the past couple of days. The miners in back were too engaged in conversation to notice you enter. Instead of speaking in hushed voices, they argue with each other loudly enough for you to easily overhear. Sure, the shift schedules are tough, and sure, we don't get enough time off for me to see my family as often as I like, but this is the best job I can get right now. Listen, kid, you're only a year or so into this gig. Trust me, the longer it goes on, the more it sucks the life out of you. At first, you're just unhappy, but you think you can weather it until you find something better. Paycheck's a paycheck, I get it. But the next thing you know, you've lost years of your life to a company that doesn't give a solitary shit about you, that uses up every free second it can suck out of its workers, pays us just enough to survive, but not as much as we can to save enough to get the hell out. Damn, I'm not gonna lie, this is some real deal stuff they're spitting right now, especially with the job market being as trash as it is. There's been some real deal stuff right now. I'm high-key relating because I'm kind of going through the same thing right now. Zax, we could get fired for this. I really need the paycheck. My sister needs the paycheck. I'm the only reason she can afford her tuition right now. I can't get fired. This job still has its perks like the company housing. I can afford my own place and send money back home. I don't know where I would live if I didn't have this job. Right, the company housing. How generous of the big boss to put you up in a company-owned shack that hasn't had proper maintenance done in decades. You know she uses that housing as an excuse to pay us less. The company housing, that means almost nobody in this whole damn town owns the place they live. That's why the Scarlets keep getting away with whatever they want. Zax, we don't have the numbers, man. You know this is risky. Riskier than most of us can afford. We would have the numbers if y'all would stand with me and not let management scare tactics get to you. It's not scare tactics. People like her now. The woman ran into the coal mine, saved 3 children from being buried alive. I feel you. I really do. How are we supposed to organize a strike against the town hero? Are you trying to tell me that a mine collapsing less than 2 days ago is why you don't want to strike? It's a bad time, Zax. It's always a bad time, Baker. It doesn't matter whose name is on the deed for the place. Without us, there is no mine. We've got them against the ropes. We can't back down now, or else they'll come out swinging. You guys seen Stella? She's missing. The miners turn towards the doorway, all eyes glaring at you in unison. The YouTuber? We ain't seen her. Harrison's voice drops to a barely audible mumble. I hope she's okay. She hasn't been around, but I'll let you know if I hear anything. So y'all not gonna talk about the fact that I'm just old as hell now? A ghost stole years of my life. We're doing important work right now. Go bother someone else with your Halloween plank. What if he's actually telling the truth? Come on, Harrison. All of us losers are the only ghosts in town. We won't be losers for long if we just band together and make this moment count. Leon Baker Harrison situation. Let's see. Everyone's just doing a strike. Unite with your fellow workers. Screw my cousin. Don't pressure people. If they don't want to strike, they don't have to. Yeah. Stop someone from joining the strike. Don't pressure people. If they don't want to strike, they don't have to. Robert, what the hell? Oh, great. The boss even has our cousin going around strike banking. Get out of here before we drive you out, too. You're not welcome here. Ollie, calm down. If a fight breaks out of my establishment, you're all out. I don't care who's in the right. You heard the lady. Don't get involved or we'll have to take this outside. I just want the record show that I'm currently standing next to... Because I'm currently standing next to Tabitha's cousin. It doesn't mean I'm friends with Tabitha's cousin. Oh, so that's how you're treating me? Oh my gosh. I was like, so this how you treat me, Kanika, bro? So no sign of Stella. Okay, let's go talk to Oscar. Maybe he knows something. Hope nothing else happened after we all went home last night. We're so brave for sleeping in that house after everything we've been through. I'd rather sleep in the woods with the ditch things than some place that was that haunted. Morning light streams in through the library's large windows. In the bright daylight, it's once again a place of comfort. All menace having fled in the wake of Charles Shaw Jr.'s departure. No ghost, thank God. I was not up for an encore. I guess Oscar must be in the back. I know that's where I'd be if I'd finally got my house back. Let's go. You make your way towards the annex. It feels strange to be back here in the light of day, as if the events of previous evening were all just a terrible dream. More accurately, it feels as if the events of the previous evening were mostly just a dream. The hideous stone carving still blurred in the basement. Though it's subtle and subdued, you can still feel the faintest of hums reaching out from it. This hallway creeps me out. How do you think I feel? Oh, good morning. It's all so good to see all of you, Robert. He takes in the sight of you standing in the bright corridor. You can hear his guilt in the way he said your name, and you can see it in his eyes now. Hope you're doing well this morning. Please come on in. Oh, there's Dr. Kelly. You're doing really great, Rosalina. Not all the kids your age can take shots that well. You're so brave. You don't have to talk to me like I'm 5, but you are brave. You really are, Rosalina. You're like so badass. Alexa is right. This is more than most people have to deal with in their whole lives, and here you are taking it like a champ. Dr. Kelly's kind demeanor vanishes as she turns and glares at you. What, bro? Oh, I see we have visitors. But her glare vanishes as she takes in your new visage. Her features soften into a look of shock and concern. Mr. Gutierrez told me what happened last night, and I must admit I found it hard to believe with your face. Definitely looks like you had years stolen from you. Whatever that means. It's concerning. I'd like to give you a physical. Did you say you were interested in my body? Yo, bro. I don't have insurance. I don't deserve medical attention. I'll just say, okay. Glad you're taking it seriously. I'll be at the clinic all day. Feel free to stop by when you get the chance. Her examination finished, Dr. Kelly returns to Rosalina's side. How you doing, Rosalina? Tired. My leg hurts a lot, but the medicine is helping. It's not so bad now. Plus, I got to lie down in an actual bed last night, and you have no idea how good that felt. Thanks, Robent. I can't believe you got any sleep. I can't believe you got any sleep last night after all that ghost stuff. I just sat on the couch with all the lights on. I don't think I slept well. I really needed some rest after, you know, the hospital and my foot. Your body is desperately trying to get you to rest. All that activity yesterday was pretty brutal on your injury. It's never going to stop hurting if you keep pushing yourself. So, what are you not going to do today? Anything? That's right. You're staying right there. No walking around, no investigating haunted houses. Sorry, Dr. Kelly. I should have been better at stopping her. I take full responsibility here. As her father, I should have. No need for anyone to step in and take the blame for anything. It's the hospital's fault for sending her home at all. It's gross negligence, if you ask me. But give it time, and then you can do all the activities you want, alright, Rosalina? How's Reese? He's fine. He had a rough night, but he'll recover. He's used to this sort of thing. He just needs a couple days to get back on his feet. That means no more excitement, not even a movie. I'm sorry to hear that, Dr. Kelly. I will respect this boundary. Let's see. I'm trying to think. It's therapy. I'm trying not to piss her off too. I like to hear this from him. Talk to him like a child. I'm just gonna remain silent on the matter. About the stone carvers, what you felt. The clinic. She's not gonna believe me though, if I tell her though. Although she might. Cause of the I'm gonna warn her. I found something in Oscar's house last night. A stone carving that gave me a vision about what happened here. There was one in the mines the other night. Both of them had some sort of pull on me. Whatever they are, there's definitely something like that in your clinic. I felt it last night. You could feel Dr. Kelly's demeanor shift. She's grown quiet, her gaze piercing and analytical. Those things are cursed on a matter of time for some time house at the clinic. You need to leave immediately. No, I don't think we will. Just because you decided to try and involve yourself in everyone's problems doesn't mean I want you to invade my space and try to deconstruct the life I've built. All of it based on what, a feeling? Leave us alone. My son and I are fine without your help. But if something does happen at the clinic, aren't you worried about Reese? If it's anything like what happened to us last night, he'll be fine. If something happens, I can take care of him. So none of you have to come snooping around. Have any of y'all seen Stella? Not since dinner. She hasn't gotten in touch with any of you? Would I be asking if she had? No, we don't know where she is. It's not good. I haven't seen her since she ran off last night. I feel terrible. I should have done a better job warning her. Stella was practically banging down your door trying to get evidence of ghosts. I don't think we're gonna be able to stop her. There was no way you could have known how she would react if when she found it. I'm not gonna be a dick to Kelly. So, you've got your meds, you got your nest of pillows, a helpful friend by your side, and a cat to keep you company. Seems like you're all set. Make sure you do a whole lot of nothing today. I will. Bye, Dr. Kelly. Yes, thanks again for coming down to see us, Joan. Not a problem. I'd much rather she stay put than have to get in and out of cars. I'll call later today to see how things are going. Hope the rest of the week is less eventful for the both of you. Goodbye, Rosalina. Make sure you stay put and keep Pixel company, alright? Dr. Kelly turns towards you again, her usual glare absent. I hope you take me up on my offer, Robert. I'm concerned about you. If I get a chance to, I'll try. We'll let you kiss up some space. Alexis, why don't you figure out a restful activity for you and Rosalina? Will do, Mr. Gutierrez. I brought some video games and puzzles from my house, and some movies too. Whatever you want to do, Rosalina. Oscar ushers you back down to the library. What's up? Is everything okay? Yes, everything's fine, or at least much better than yesterday. Can't thank you enough, Robent. I like to be as helpful as I can from here on out. Now that our little situation is dealt with, I finally have time to dig into the town archives. Our house was haunted because someone was murdered there. The mine collapse the other night was at the site of a massive grave. With enough evidence, maybe we'll be able to get a step ahead on the next crisis. Maybe we can actually preempt it. That is, assuming there's going to be a next crisis. Someone tells me we aren't clear yet. We should compare notes. Not that I have any to start with, but if you know anything that might narrow down my research, it could save me a lot of time. I don't think we actually know that much more than you do, but I've got some hunches. I can't help but feel like there must have been some exciting events since everything started getting weird seemingly overnight. What that inciting event was or where to start looking for it, I have no idea. It's something to keep in mind. If there's a root cause for all of this, hopefully there's a way to put the genie back into its bottle. I'm going to do my best to find out if there have been any similar events and whether holy Christ, I can't read. And whether there's anything special about Scarlet Hollow that might explain what's going on. She low-key is hiding something. And I think it has something to do with her clinic. Those carvers I warned Dr. Kelly about are important. To think there was something like that under my house all this time, and to think someone must have put it there, but who? And there was one in the mines, and if you're right, there's one in the clinic. Maybe that's what I should be focusing on right now. How many of those things are there? If we're lucky, maybe it's just those 3, but I'd rather not count on it. If the ghost is really gone, we should look at the carving, right? Not that I want to go back into that creepy basement, but that thing has to be the most solid lead we have at this point, right? Not a chance. I know the ghost is probably gone for good, but that thing is evil. If there's even the slightest chance that going back down there triggers something, it's not worth disturbing. Please not until we know more. But what if this is our only chance to... My daughter's safety comes first right now. We finally have our house back, and I'm not taking any risk until we know what we're dealing with. Yeah, I think she's low-key hiding something. Dinner was weird. I don't think we need to go around accusing anyone of being deceitful. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that that something is weird going on with her. Robin is definitely right. I know that's probably not great to hear since Rosalina really needs it right now, but something is up with Dr. Kelly, and I'm worried about Reese. I request we drop this line of thinking. We don't need to turn at each other based on pure speculation. Besides, she took me at my word about everything that happened last night. That has to count for something, right? You know? So we got to work on something now. We should get back to looking for Stella. I mean, we could do this option too. To work on some sort of cult. How did I just throw things out there? It has something to do with the church and that pastor. I think know any local cults. I don't want to accuse the church of anything. I'm just gonna say, you know any local cults that could be responsible? Let's not get all satanic panic just yet. I know it's not unlikely at this point, but having lived in this town all my life, I feel like I would know if there was some cult that ran the place. It just seems like the kind of thing that wouldn't be easy to keep secret in a place as small as Scarlet Hollow. I don't even know of any in public record. Even in the 70s, where cults were a dime a dozen and hippies were flocking to the hills. Okay. We need to get back to looking for Stella. I do. Thanks for the lead, Robette. Let us know what you find. I will. Good to know that you have an open invitation to the clinic today. Finding Stella should be our priority, but it wouldn't hurt. Check on Reese later. It wouldn't hurt for you to get a checkup either. Church. I guess we can go to the church. You think Stella decided to get religious all of a sudden? I mean, it's not unlikely. Stranger things have happened. Let's make it quick though. I don't want him trying to rope me into some church event. Kanika leads the way, taking you up to the gradual slope towards the church. Alright, where is that weirdo? My. 3 visitors at once? On a Thursday? This is unprecedented. 3? Who was the other person? But there's only 2 of us. Oh no, were we followed by a ditchling? Were we followed by Wayne? Supple, people? Oh, it's just Zane. What are you doing here? All the glimpses of death I've had in the past 2 days have forced me into the midst of an existential crisis, my dudes. I wanted to see if fate held any answers for me. Alas, I have not yet found the souls I seek. Give it time, Zane. It sometimes takes a while for the Lord to work his way into your heart, but when he does, you won't regret letting him in. Be sure to look over those pamphlets I gave you, and of course, I'm always here if you need to talk. Sure thing, Pastor D. Peace, y'all. Anyway, we're looking for Stella. She wandered off last night, and no one has seen her since. We're starting to get pretty worried. We hope maybe you or Janie had seen her. I can't speak for Janie, but I'm afraid I've seen neither hide nor hair of Stella. I'd like to talk to my wife. She's over by the alpacas. Though, Rebecca, I was hoping we might be able to talk in private. Why does it have to be in private? It's a personal matter. I'd rather not folks not pry on this. I won't bite at nothing, I promise. We could talk here, right in the open. I guess I'll leave you to it while I check in with Janie. Kanika heads off towards Janie in the alpacas, leaving you alone with the nervous pastor. I'm so glad you decided to come up and visit me. So many young people these days seem to think they can solve all their problems on their own. Meanwhile, God is right there, ready to help them, if only they let him into their hearts. The pastor's eyes dart back towards the alpacas. Because she's gone. You're new in town. What kind of impression did I make on you? Am I creepy? What? Whenever I see you, it's like this anonymous little piano starts playing. That's kind of funny, actually. You're talking about a metaphorical piano, right? Because I can't say I've ever heard one following me around. It wasn't always like this, you know. Believe it or not, before I moved to Scarlet Hollow, I used to be pretty popular. I was one of the cool kids over at Harvard Divinity School. He's interrupted by the sounds of a snapping twig and a high-pitched giggle, partly muffled by the underbrush on the edge at the property. Tulip, come out of there. You know you're not supposed to play in the woods. Tulip glances back into the woods, quiet as she hesitates. Tulip, are you going to be good, or are we going to skip story time today? I'll be good. You don't have to skip story time. I won't go into the woods, I promise. I know you won't, Tulip, because you know it's too dangerous for little girls in there. Why don't you go help Mama with the alpacas? It's just about time they got fed. You can give them hay. Tulip smiles broadly, seemingly excited by this prospect, and hurries off. You got a kid? Sorry, I had to have a firm parenting moment just then. I was trying to run off into the woods a lot lately, and it's really dangerous, even for adults. There's this massive trash dump not too far past the trees, but it must have at least 50 years old, so it's all grown over and it looks like it's part of the landscape. But if you accidentally walk on it, you might find yourself falling into a deep mound of rusty cans and broken glass. Tulip made up some imaginary friends and keeps telling us that they want us to go out there. The word of some fictional creature she made up is going to convince us it's a good idea for her to play in someone's old garbage. But she's 7, of course she would get a funny little idea like that. I'd love to get the community to rally against a big cleanup. About time someone got rid of all that junk. Stella told me about it. Tennant's Lake? That's an accurate name. I wonder if Tulip will stay away if I start calling it that, or if it would only make it sound more alluring. How big of a trash dump we're talking here? Would a weekend of hard work clear it out? Maybe if you had construction equipment and a team of professionals. It's a big area and I have no idea how deep it goes. In the meantime, just making sure Tulip knows not to go near it. Imaginary friends? Oh, she's been talking about these friends of hers lately. Little stories about creatures that live in the church. I'm sure she saw some animal in there and decided it was her best friend. It's nothing to be overly concerned about, except the trash heap situation. This man is lying to you. In fact, he's been lying since the moment he mentioned these imaginary friends. Whatever his daughter's been talking to is real, and he knows it. Sounds to me like you know exactly what she's talking to. Daniel's eyes go wide just for a second. Don't... He does. He obviously does. He hunches his shoulders, his voice suddenly got quiet. There are rats in the church. There, I said it. It's embarrassing. She saw one at some point, and she could hear them scurrying around the walls. She decided they're her little friends. Please, keep this between us. Don't tell Janie. I don't want her knowing the church is in rough shape. Why don't you clean it? Out the corner of your eye, you see Kanika walking back to the two of you. She must have finished talking to Janie. Janie says she hasn't seen Stella either, so we'd better get going. Hope your talk with the pastor went well. Yes, we had a great conversation. I appreciate you all stopping by, even if it wasn't under the best circumstances. I'll let y'all be on your way. And I hope Stella turns up soon. I'll put in some good praise with the big man for her. Alright, thanks, see ya. Kanika starts by down to the path to town, and you follow. Okay, now that I put some distance between us and the church, what did he want to talk to you about? He didn't say any word, did he? He wanted to know why everyone thinks he's creepy. We'll go with that. Make imaginary events all the time. This Dan said that there's a rat infestation in the church and the rats are her friends. I don't know, it seemed weird. Okay, as much as I hate going back there, I guess that's a loose lead. Is there anything else to investigate once we find Stella? Then Kanika pauses. Once we've checked out the clinic, then maybe we can look around the church. Let's not get too distracted till we find Stella, though. What's next? Before I can suggest your next move, you start to feel woozy. Spots form at the edges of your vision. Your legs suddenly feel unstable, and your body sending you clear signals of exhaustion. Then it passes. Still, the problem will be one before your body needs a chance to rest. You should plan your next move wisely. Ah, fuck. We're not going to the cops. No way in hell we're going back in the mines. Stella's house. She's probably not. Let's just go get tea. Let's go get tea, because I am supposed to talk to her at some point today. We might as well go talk to her. She's probably gonna give you some rocks or bundles of herbs or protection or something. This might actually work. Who knows? I guess it's one way to find out. The bells of the general store chime welcomingly as the two of you enter. Kanika, there you are. You're supposed to stay in bed today, remember? Oh, hello, Verbet. Hope you're significantly recovered from last night's fiasco. Sorry, Mom, it's just that Stella's missing and Stella can take care of herself. Unlike you need bed rest and lots of fluids. You don't need to go running around town spreading that cold of yours. Go on, get out to bed. I'll be up in a minute with more tea. I thought you had some kind of important thing to talk to Verbet about. I'm really feeling okay. I want to hear what you wanted to say to him. I'll just be doing a tea reading. Haven't those always bored you to tears? Okay, you're right. I'm not feeling well, and I really should lie down. Bye, Robette. She's obviously not going to do a tea reading on us. Good thing Kanika has her mom looking out for her. She seems so tired today, and you'd probably be able to find Stella without her. No, we won't. Not in our condition. Wait, that isn't right, is it? Something's going on here. It's hard to put into words or pin it down to thoughts. Right. It's like you can't find Stella without, like, alone in your condition. Please, have a seat. I'll bring you a fresh cup. You take a seat at the small table at the edge of the room. It's dark here, only a silver of sunlight be able to filter through the heavy curtain supplemented by the bright grow lights over the plant in the corner. Sybil joins you at the table and places a cup in front of you. It smells light and citrusy with an undercurrent of decaying earth. It's the same tea she brought you on Tuesday. This is a special blend. It should help clarify some of the visions you've been getting. I'll be able to do a reading once you're done. Until then, how about we just chat? Promise to tell me what unsavory tales of my mom's youth? I most certainly did, though I might have been exaggerating a bit for dramatic effect. I'm prone to do that. In a town this size, you get to know everyone, no matter what the age difference might be. Vivian was a little younger than me, which meant I always had a certain older sister instinct about her. Her family wasn't good to her. Perlin was a lot like her great-grandmother, Edwardine, which is to say she was not a very kind woman. As we know, similar to Tabitha, but with more social grace and considerably more hated for a fellow man. But your mother wasn't a shrieking violet either. She was just as stubborn as any other Scarlet, so her family choosing her as their punching bag made her into quite the rebel. What about the men? Yeah, let's go with that one. Their entry into the world was violent, I'm afraid. Their mother was too young to be pregnant, especially with twins. She didn't survive the labor. I feel like I know a lot about the... we'll just go down one. What do you know about my grandma? I'm afraid there isn't much I can tell you. I think there were two in that generation. The eldest died when the girls were still children. Edwardine never spoke about them, nor did your mother. I feel like I know a lot about the women in my family, but what about the men? They even exist? Oops. I suppose they just haven't been very noteworthy since Edwardine took over the mines. Her husband died a long time ago, and to be honest, I can't even recall his name. Might have been Stewart or something just as forgettable. From what Vivian said, her father was some teenage fling that ended once her grandmother found out she was pregnant. We're fairly certain it was similar for Vivian, though she was much older, and I believe she was the one who ended it, with skipping town and all. I remember my mom found out she was pregnant. She came to me for advice. She was distraught. It was like she'd been handed a death sentence. Maybe it's fear from what had happened to her own mother. Maybe it was something else. But she seemed convinced she was in danger. Tabitha had already been born by then, of course, but she was born in wedlock, so I assumed your mother's words had something to do with religion. Though the Scarlets weren't particularly religious as far as I knew. But the way Vivian was that night, she came to me, like in my mind. It's always had me wondering what it was about your family that made her panic so much at the thought of having a baby. What's with all the mystery and ritual? If you have something to tell me, just come out and say it. I'll need your tea leaves first. I have pieces of the puzzle, but the tea leaves should help to get the full picture. Why am I be forced to drink the tea? I should be able to not drink the tea. What's wrong with me? Yeah, I'm afraid I don't understand what you're trying to say right now. There's always a choice. It's quite an aromatic blend, though, isn't it? I'll take your enthusiasm for my tea as a compliment. Why is this on here twice? Dude, you just asked me that. You don't have to do anything. I'm starting to worry about you. Too much running around this week has crossed up some of your wires. What the fuck? Just respond that your eyes watched you with great concern. Sip your tea, drink the tea. Okay, we'll sip it. You take the tea, sipping it delicately. The citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with the earthiness at its core, like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. But the aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and medicinical, and you find yourself more comfortable, muscle relaxing for the first time in days. It's soothing beyond what you would have expected out of a normal tea. There must be something magical at work in this blend. Here's the tea. You close your eyes and take another sip, then another. It's delightful. The tea is gone before you know it, the small cup empty save for what is left of rehydrated leaves coating the bottom. Unless you're mistaken, the tea has also helped with your condition, at least a bit. You still feel aged and worn, but you're a little less tired and a little mentally sharper than you were a few minutes ago. Oh good! Glad you found the tea palpable enough to drink. Should do you some good. Sort of more medicinical blends. Now on to business. Sybil takes the cup from you, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. You've got just about every warning that could fit at the bottom of a cup. Cross, kettle, hourglass. All these mean death, misery, difficulty. An hourglass ties all together with definitive urgency. It's fair to assume that all this has to do with whatever brought the ditchlings. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure. But we, at the very least, be able to figure out what it is. There's a central figure here, a cat, an enemy lurking in plain sight. I like to see. I'm sure it wouldn't make as much sense to most people. It'll probably just look like a piece of merciful leaves, but you're free to look. Take the cup, staring down at it. Damn. It's just leaves. There's no pattern. Nothing swimming together in the dregs of your tea to give you a warning of premonitions. After a long moment, Sybil takes the cup back from you. I hope that settled your curiosity. Don't worry if you can make sense of it. It takes years to learn this sort of thing. Even for someone with your propensities. She blinks conspiratorially. Okay. The cat? Well, it can't be my cousin. Wayne's been helping me for now. But, I mean, he could be him. I don't think it is, though. I don't think it's Stella. It's definitely not Oscar. Or Reese. Pretty sure Kanika's good, Dr. Kelly. I don't know, you're not the cat. It can't be. I'm just gonna bring up the two cats that I know now. Dear, the cat isn't a literal cat. Like I said, it's simple for an enemy lurking in plain sight. Probably a human enemy, but almost certainly not a cat. You don't have to figure out an answer right away. It often takes time for the mind to connect the dots. Just be on guard and keep vigilant that someone close to you isn't to be trusted. We know from the dishes that something terrible is coming your way, and it's likely it's connected to some hidden enemy. Perhaps we could try to counteract whatever might be planned for you. Just about what you told me last night, those stones, carving seals, whatever you want to call them, I think it's likely they have something to do with this. Until the cat reveals itself as best, it seems like your best course of action to seek these carvings out, piece together what you can from your visions, and arm yourself with that information. So that means we gotta go to the clinic. Have you sensed any others around town? Do you think maybe we'll find another? Yeah, this one. Your thoughts drift to that door yesterday, the one that seemed to draw you in, urging you deeper into the clinic. Even just remembering it is enough to tug at you, compelling you to return to open it to see what's on the other side. You can find Stella later. Maybe you can even find her there. What's important now is finally seeing what's hidden in the clinic. You didn't get all this from the tea leaves. Of course she didn't. She's smart. She knows how to deduce things from the leaves. Of course not. Tea leaves are merely a guide. Sometimes they can help confirm suspicions, or fill in where my intuition falls short. My family has lived in these hills for a long time, as yours. I know the scars of secrets. I know Vivian was scared for you. But your place in all this is something we have to figure out together. And that's where these tricks like tea leaves come in handy. We shouldn't digress. Do you know where we might find the next one? There's another one in the clinic. It's good. If you can find your way inside and uncover another stone, that could give you a leg up on your adversary. You just have to be careful to avoid the doctor. Stella tells me she won't take too kindly to you sniffing around her clinic. If I recall correctly, there's a hill that'll take you nearly all the way up to the second story. She'd never like seeing the doors up there. Just in case that's helpful information. I think that's all the help I can offer. This conversation has been illuminating, even if it brought up more questions than giving any clear answers. All you did was look at some leaves and tell me to put myself in danger. I'll let you know if I find anything. Glad to hear it. I hope all goes well, and I wish you luck. Hopefully you won't need it. Thank you again for hearing old lady and stopping by for a chat. I'm gonna need all the luck I can get, actually. With a small grunt of effort, Sybil gets up from the table and you're escorted back to the door. And remember, be careful who you put your trust in. According to your tea, the cat is getting ready to pounce, and merely being ready for it might not be enough. Damn. She said somebody close to me. Sybil closes the door to the tea room. The bells of its door strangely flat in the stale era of the nearly empty general store. What if Stella's the cat? She's like the only other person that's like close to me. Go to the clinic, go to your doctor's appointment. I think that's kind of funny. Check in on Kanika. Yeah, let's go check on her first. You're not going anywhere before checking on Kanika. You make your way upstairs. You knock on Kanika's door. Mom, I really don't want any more tea. I think I'm just gonna lie down for a while. I'm not your mom. Oh, Robin, what's up? I think I was hoping you would join me. I was hoping we could spend a little more time together. My mom was riding me sauce and I probably should have pushed it. I wind up worse tomorrow. Looks like you're on your own. Damn. You make your way out of the general store and down the road to the clinic. You make your way up to the familiar hill, past the rows of ragged houses that make up Scarlet Hollow's residential area. It isn't long before you find yourself outside of Dr. Kelly's clinic. Its secrets entice you to find a way in. Even at the bottom of the hill, you can already feel the presence. It's like a magnet has been fixed to your ribcage, gently tugging you forward, guiding you towards whatever emits this compulsive frequency. It's time for your checkup. You can see the hill Sybil was talking about, wrapped around the back of the old hospital like a stone blanket. She take you directly up to the second floor and the unlocked doors of the terrace. As soon as you finish your thought about jumping onto the terrace, a dull throb sends it to your knees. There's no way you're doing that. Go see the doctor. Just go in through the clinic door, no one will see you. Knock on the basement window. Just go through the door. That if you had wished to be seen, there's nothing stopping you. I mean, graveyards, abandoned buildings, old tunnels. You've been all sorts of strange, unusual places about incident. For some reason tonight, Dr. Kelly's clinic feels no different. Carefully make your way up to the old wooden stairs of the clinic's wrap-around porch, avoiding any suspiciously creaky-looking steps. You push the door open slowly, just enough for you to slip in, but not enough to risk any sound from the door's ancient hinges. You can see the doc at the desk, and there's some room down the hall. She hasn't noticed you. You shut the door silently, watching her closely. You're in the clinic, free to explore as you please. Or rather, you're free to explore as you please. Give her that oxytocin again. Nagging pull of whatever it is that wanted you to find it. You're here now, and it knows you're here. You know exactly what it is. And there's stone carving, eager to show you its secrets. You're caught by its gravity and overwhelming curiosity, guiding you around the corner and towards a dark doorway under the stairs. It's been left ajar as if it's inviting you to enter. Turn on the lights. The lights click on. You're in the morgue. Robent? He squints, seemingly unsure whether you're the same person he met yesterday. What are you doing in the morgue? Flirt. How was that a flirt moment? You died and she Frankenstein died you back to life? Yeah, what are you doing in the morgue? What are you doing in the morgue? Sure, it looks weird, but it's not like I expected anyone to come down here. I was just, practicing. Rehearsal, if you will. Rehearse, you say? Good one. Ah! That was a pun. I like that. His words seem distant to you. The tugging is strong down here. You almost figure yourself slipping into a trance. Your eyes wander to the back wall of the morgue. You need to see what's back there. Pull the pull. Touch the wall. It feels disappointingly solid under your palms. Hey, are you okay? You feel Reese's hand gently shake your shoulder for a moment. The thing on the other side of the blank white wall loses its pull on you. You kind of look possessed for a second. You good? Make him understand. Use your words. Don't let this framework consume you. Be present in the moment. Inhale deeply, taking your surroundings. You can't help but notice that one of the body storage drawers is labeled Pearl and Scarlet. You step forward and pull out the drawer. So this is your Aunt Pearl Land, co-bearers of the Scarlet Mines, and local she-devil that it seemed no one, not even her own daughter, was able to mourn. This is not the first corpse you've seen, but it feels the same as any other. She's an empty body now, the warmth and energy of a life now dissipated. The same as your mother was, and the same as you'll be one day. Cold air rises from her bluish skin, her vacant, filmy eyes staring up at nothing. Try to imagine what she may have looked like alive and breathing, slinging subtle insults at the town folks. It's hard to picture any expression on her face so stiff and cold Making sure she didn't walk off. So where's the first time meeting her like this? Probably means you have better memories of her than anyone else in town. If what I heard about her is true, I've only met her a couple of times. She never said anything, but she didn't have to. Her look was enough, like I was a cockroach that had scurried onto her shoe. Having seen what there was to see, you slide the drawer back open and close it. Okay. Mine had stone carving the other night, and as did Oscar's house, they've been giving me visions that since one on the other side of this wall, and I need to see it. Reese glances back at the wall. You're really serious, aren't you? It's probably a bad idea, but if you really need to get in, I'm pretty sure there's an emergency act somewhere upstairs. I just need to get the doc out of our hair. It should take 2 seconds. Yes, please, axe it now. Yes, I will destroy the wall. Get the doctor out of our hair. Yeah, if I say I'm sick and I need something, she'll drop whatever she's doing and do it for me. Surefire way to get her out the house. And most of the time, it's true anyway. Use what you got. Use what you got to get what you need. No shame in that. Doesn't that make her worry a little bit? I'm just not gonna say anything. Thanks for understanding. Don't mention it. If there's anything I do that to be actually helpful. Wait, if there's anything I can do that actually be useful, I'll be happy to help. Be right back. He strides past you, his long legs moving swiftly. He seems excited, his usual dour demeanor replaced with an uncharacteristic pep when faced with the prospect of sneaking around and tearing down walls. You hear a soft voice filtering in through the open doorway at the top of the stairs. A hoarse and sickly edge added for effect as he speaks to his mother. Hey, Mom. He coughs gently. Reese, I didn't know you were awake. I still feel like shit, but I think I could finally try to keep some juice down. Looks like you're all out, though. Really? I thought I'd just pick some up. Got an errand to run on Main Street anyway. I'll go pick up some orange juice and some ginger ale, too. That would be awesome. Sorry to ask, I know you're probably busy. It's no problem. It doesn't take long. Don't do anything too strenuous while I'm gone. Just lie in bed till I get back. Thanks, Mom. I'll be easy. You hear her footsteps move down the hall, and the front door opening and closing. It worked! The theoretical rasp left his voice, excitement rising in its place. Come on up, we don't have long until she's back. As you step out of the morgue, you relax. The extra space between you and the carving has weakened its hold on you. With it, your desperation to claw your way through the wall and unveil it. It's one of those emergency fire axes, so it's pretty obvious where it is. Wherever it is, though, I'm not sure where she would be keeping it. I'll show you around. Let's try the doc's office first. You make your way to the doorway of her now vacant office. I don't see Axe in here. He's right. A cursory glance reveals nothing but stacks of paper and cabinets of medical supplies. Something on the desk catches your eye. Some sort of records with your family's name on it. Pick up the documents to read later. I'm gonna just read them out. Reese stops in the doorway, turning to watch you leaf through the documents. Find something interesting? They're your family's death certificates. Oh, maybe I should. Scarlet, born April 9th, 1913, died February 12, 2003, cause of death, heart failure, signed by her grandmother, Pearlin Scarlet. You know, was based in 90, died of old sleep apnea, discovered by her daughter, Tabitha. That is a crazy middle name. The autopsy confirmed. Tabitha's middle name is Chrysanthemium? Whoever cursed it with that mouthful. I feel like that's forbidden knowledge. Do I have time to read all that? You know what? Let's do it. Fell off a cliff. Damn. Lacerations in the neck and body consistent with fall from great height. Looks ancient. Theater Scarlet crushed and mind collapse. Damn. Both killed in Normandy and on line of duty. Edward's brothers. Fatal. Richmond Boy. Damn. Complications during birth. There was no doctor present at birth and a home burial. There's some information missing. Presumed dead. So she went missing. Mary Bell Scarlet died at 17. Complications of childbirth. That's a lot of kids to outlive. Reese's eyes flick up to the doorway, and a second later, you hear the sound of the front door handle being turned. His hand is on your shoulder before you even register what's happening. You push out of view of the front door. It's supposed to be in here. We gotta hide. You hear us to close the door, motioning you inside. You slip past him and squish yourself into what little space is available in the nearly full closet. Reese is close on your heels. Let him in. There's not enough room to hide somewhere else. Close the door as Reese scrambles to find a new hiding spot. He lets out a panicked whisper as he scrambles to find another spot. Dr. Kelly's footsteps disappear further into the clinic. There's a long moment of silence. Neither of you make a sound. The footsteps return. They get louder, approaching the open office door, and they stop. Much to your relief, she opens another door, leaving the main clinic. We're in the clear. Probably got a minute or two till she gets back, so let's make a count. The medical supply room is probably your best bet. Any other room in the clinic's likely to have a fire access, probably the room full of chemicals. This way. He motions you down a hallway, slipping through the slightly ajar door of what you assume to be the supply room. There it is! Keys. Here we go. He brushes over to the cabinet that contains a bright red axe, pulling the glass door open. Your axe. Now we can. Reese pauses, turning to listen intently. That was the door for the house. Come on, if we hurry, we can get you back downstairs. Run interference. Go downstairs, quick. You can hear her approaching now, floorboards creaking in the hallway on the other side of the office. Follow Reese's instruction, once again starting the basement steps, letting the pull of the stone carving guide you back to the morgue. Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. That's right, we did already have juice. It's just in the back of the fridge. But there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. Oh, I'm just gonna chill in the morgue. I got my speakers, so if you hear weird sounds, it's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all that industrial clanging you listen to. You know I'm not the biggest fan of you spending time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to be hanging out in a refrigerator for corpses. You guys have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending down the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Okay. Wall. You listen to a music that sounds like a wall being broken. You know, we don't have time for this. You approach the far end of the morgue, axe practically singing through the air as you strike the wall. The first cut offers a surprising amount of resistance. There's some structure behind it, some wood frame holding it in place, trying to stand between you and what waits for you on the other side. You stagger back from the massive hole in the wall and admire your effort. Holy shit. The splintered edge frames a dark passage, seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff, cold seeping from a forgotten place into the already frigid morgue. Reese coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back here. Thick, stale air leaks from the hole, filling the morgue with an earthy mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward, and you climb into the hole. It's wild. I had no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital room, rotting away for decades beyond some flimsy drywall. some doesn't want us to find his cars. We don't have time to waste. We just get in and get out. We can question things later. You don't bother to retrieve the axe. The final wall concealing the carving is rotten. Water damage have eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. Planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. Enoch, I thought you weren't going to come. I was worried you'd leave me forever. They said there's nothing they can do. I'll never use my legs again. Enoch, what am I going to do? Calm down, Teddy. These doctors don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research, and I found it's an alternative. You don't have to worry about anything from here on out. I promise. I went to talk to the witch. A witch? But that's nonsense. It's all right. It's all sorted. We're taking you home today, and everything will be resolved by this time next week. That's right, Doctor. At this point, I think it's safe to say his body was never recovered. Whoever it was claimed to be Theodore. It wasn't him. He wasn't even paralyzed, it turns out. Just some grifter trying to take advantage of the tragedy. Everything goes to black. Your vision swims back into focus. It takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concerning curiosity. Hey, I was worried you'd slip into a coma or something. You tore down a wall like a wild animal, found some weird carving and collapsed. I think you might have some kind of seizure. You okay? Does she know I'm here? No, I snuck you back into the house while she was busy in the medical storage room. Good. Figured she wouldn't want to come in the morgue. Okay, good. Spooky happy. I had a vision. Wait, a hallucination? I have those sometimes too. I used to have them a lot as a teen. Always just weird little things. Like my hands would look wrong, or my neck would seem too long, or the room would feel smaller. At least one of those death records is murky. I don't think Teddy died in the mine collapse. My family has secrets. It's a weird thing to cover up, but it's not too surprising. An old family like that usually has a few secrets. Hopefully it's all ancient history. It's not like it's easy to cover up deaths these days, right? She looked me over. I don't want her to know that I've been snooping around though. Oh no. Might be stuck down here for a little bit. The doc's on the warpath up there. I refuse to take my medicine. She's not happy about it. I went ahead and blocked my door, so she can't get down here. Now we just have to wait her out. You blocked your door? Yeah. You blocked your door? It was just a precaution. I don't think I can underestimate her at this point. For the first time in a while, I don't feel like roadkill, and I'd rather keep it that way. I don't need her coming down here and forcing any medicine on me, do God knows what to you to keep you quiet. I need to leave though. I know you do, but I'm doing this to protect both of us. You shouldn't underestimate her. I have these weird memories. I always assumed they were dreams or hallucinations, but now I think she's used tranquilizers on me. Other times that I've gotten too unruly for her. I don't know how much of these memories I can trust, but I'm starting to think I should believe my instincts when it comes to the lengths she's willing to go to keep me under her control. We'll wait until she's asleep, then we can at least get out the basement, and we can figure out what to do from there. Okay. How do we pass the time until it's safe to leave? The distraction seems like a good idea, as you can probably tell. I'm getting a little jittery. It just feels awful, to be honest. What if she doesn't fall asleep?
You shouldn't call her my mom. As far as I'm concerned, she's forfeited that title. I don't even think I should call her doctor. She's just some woman now. Can't wait for her to be in the rear view. Can't wait for her to be in the rear view mirror the rest of my life. She doesn't fall asleep by 10. We can figure something else out. These windows are supposedly shatterproof, which is she always said it was for burglars, but now I see it was another way to keep me boxed in. But we could try to break them anyway.
You could always draw me, flirt.
You know, if you're okay with sitting for a portrait, I'd love to draw you. There's a quality to drawing that it's almost like catching memories, as sappy as that probably sounds. This can be a sort of snapshot of the night my life turned out around. It's definitely a memory worth holding on to. I'll get you a chair. He excitedly hurries across the room, pulling up a couple of chairs. See the difference in his energy now that he hasn't had his daily dose of poison. He's more talkative, less slouched, his long limbs no longer perpetually tucked in at his sides. May I touch your face? You don't even have to ask permission. Sure, blush. Please do. You don't even have to ask permission.
Yeah.
Type, you know? He places a gentle hand on your jaw, tilting your head slightly to the side. His fingertips are warm on your cheek, the sensation of their light touch lingering on your skin as he pulls away. Perfect. He pauses for a moment, his eyes locking with yours, a palpable tension filling the room. Take his hand in yours.
Maybe you could study my face more closely, leaning to kiss him. Yo? Wait, will this actually work? Reese stands stock still as you lean towards him, a slight nervous tremor in his shoulders. His cheeks flush red with more liveliness than you thought his sickly pallor could muster. You can see the disbelief in his eyes, the anticipation. He reaches back to you, his fingertips resting lightly on your cheek, trembling against you. He leans forward. There's a knock on the window. Robent, don't get any closer to that thing. It's time to go home. Wait, why you gotta ruin the moment though? Let my dog jump, you know? That voice. I know that voice. Without another word, Wayne starts pounding on the supposedly shatterproof window. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. Why did he call you that thing? Because it's some kind of monster and he wants me dead. Didn't you feel that? The murderous intent is practically oozing out of him. But I'm not weak anymore. I can fight back. I don't have to cower in fear from the people who want to hurt me. I can protect both of us, Romance. Wait, but I need Wayne a lot. I need Wayne, though. I need him alive. The window shut. Whoa, wait a minute. As Reese tears off his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases, ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds of Eddie Grizz, crawling up the walls. What is happening? Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. Oh. Oh, he's a demon. Oh, he's a... Oh, he's a demon. The search survives the chase that has been brewing inside. Reese finally comes out as it manifests the broken basement windows sealed up. Went along with it. Run. You see enough to know the lead. You run up the stairs. The door is blocked by a chair. It's blocked by something else too. Fuck it. You toss the chair out the way and do your best to tear through the paintings covering the door. Your force regenerates too quickly for you to claw your way through. Overcooked. Defeated, you turn back to the basement. The remainder of Reese's paintings await for their artist coming in. It's okay. Stay right there. I can take care of this, and then she won't be able to hurt anyone anymore. I'll be right back. Reese storms up the stairs, leaving you with his creations. I'm not sure who the hell.
Call Tabitha. Try to warn Dr. Kelly.
I don't know what to do in this scenario.
Try to leave. Call Tabitha. Is she gonna pick up though? I'm gonna try to leave. All right, the door. The door. Try to warn Dr. Kelly. How am I gonna warn her though? Do I have her number? Calling Tabitha. What mess have you gotten yourself into? I'm at the clinic. I think Dr. Kelly is in danger. There's a monster in the list. Reese transform into a monster and something on the right page. Can you pick me up? What is more believable to her? Okay, that works. You know what? I might as well try to warn her. She's gonna be mad that I'm here. But you know, you make your way to the door that beckons you to the door that beckons you to yesterday. All intrigue now washed away. You know where it leads. You know what secrets the star has lurked into the forgotten basement of the clinic. Had to share it with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway leading from the house proper to the doctor's office, there's a monster preparing to do something unthinkable. I see why Dr. Kelly was using those tranquilizers on bro though. Dude has a freaking monster inside him. Did she know that he was a monster? Dr. Kelly emerged from the shadows and levels a firearm in your direction. You know it is not a proper rifle, but some kind of tranquilizer gun. Duck! Goose. You do as you say, ducking out the way. She shoots. The gun isn't very loud. There's only a pop as the projector. Oh wait, she does know, because why would? Because of course she gives him tranquilizers. She gives him tranquilizers. Of course she would know that he's already a demon. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. He pulls the tranquilizer dart out from between his ribs, heaving heavy breathing as the drug courses through his system. You're gonna have to try harder than that, you bit. No, how'd you? As if you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows out between cracks in the wood. Reese is panic, pulling in a mop of furious creatures to hold his enemy in place. The artist darts away, but his creations continue their work in his absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway as Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffing globs of paint. Run after Dr. Kelly, run to a nearby room. Shit, I'm going with Dr. Kelly at that point. You move forward, braving the onslaught of Reese's collections, dodging him as best as you can as you try to see where Dr. Kelly went. The door in front of you is smothered in pain. Hey, Dr. Kelly's voice crackers out some unseen speaker. You, Robert. I'm stuck in the safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help the both of us. What is happening? I think you probably put that together. I need you to get to the medical storage room. I'll give you further instructions once you're there. Bet. You turn back around and head to the medical storage room. Here. Great. Now listen to me. I need you to use the black tape key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. It's a bottle labeled Carfentanil. Rare tranquilizers is not going to cut it anymore. An intercom system, huh, Doc? Good, you should hear this. Vent, you don't have to do anything she says. I'm not gonna hurt anybody else, just her. Don't. You and I both know she's gonna shoot me full of elephant tranquilizers? Did I hear that correctly? Shove me back down in that basement. Maybe someplace even worse. Keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. I feel amazing right now. Better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous. She's just scared because she knows she has to pay for what she's taken from me. I'm not gonna let you kill somebody. I'm not gonna let you do that. Why not? She wasn't afraid I might die. Does she know these tranquilizers aren't going to kill me? Does she care? Trust me, Reese. I've always been careful with your medication. I want you to live. I love you. Tell yourself what lies you have to, Mom. If you wanted a good relationship, you had your chance. You decided to convince me I was dying instead of just letting me exist. Don't try to spin it like some kind of crime of passion now. The consequences staring you in that face. Enough. Reese cries out in pain. What the hell did you do to my shoulder? I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. The two stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. Do as she says. The tranquilizer is easy to find, marked with a small square of black tape that matches the key. She's certainly an organized woman. You make your way out of the medical storage room and back to the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door, slowly breaking apart the massive pane, sealing it shut. Hurry, I don't think I can get this door open for long. You slip past her into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly. Through one of the little smears, managed to slip past her. She stomps on it. Painting viscera splatters across the cement floor. Sounds like Reese and your little friend are still fighting. We probably have a few minutes before he gets here. Let's talk, Reese. What's the game plan? Yeah, what's the game plan? Long time or short term? Well, I pump full of elephant tranquilizers down and lock him here, and somehow convince things and see things from my perspective. They will all live happily ever after.
I see no flaws with this plan. Actually, let's not be sarcastic right now. It's just gonna make him feel trapped. It sure is, especially since I have to isolate him even more now he knows what's going on. He's going to hate me. She gotta work with what you've been given, and what I've been given is an ethical dilemma where I either let my son kill me, freeing him to go out and kill others, or prison for the rest of his life, so force feed him poison to keep him controllable. Or the third option, kill him. I decided which outcome I can live with. Yeah, but you have some questions. Go ahead, I have nothing to hide. Well, let's get the cat out of the bag. What is he? What the hell is he? At first I thought he was some kind of werewolf. But if he is, he doesn't follow any kind of full moon rules or anything like that. Silver doesn't do anything to him. And you've seen what he looks like. It's just weird. I almost wish I could examine him while he's fully transformed. Be fascinated to know what happens to him, or how his body does it. But he seems pretty hell-bent on ripping my throat out, so I guess that'll just have to remain a mystery. When did you find out about this? A little after he hit puberty. He had all the usual changes, and then a few extra. Thick nails, sharp teeth, elfish ears. I figured he might have some kind of genetic disorder. Had him checked out a few specialists, but there was nothing obviously wrong with him. We had an argument, he changed right in front of me. It was nothing like he is now, just a couple more inches and some facial abnormalities, enough to be noticeable. I was scared he could see that, and he stopped. I thought it was a one-off, maybe an hallucination. But the second time, it wasn't as subtle, and it didn't go away as easily. That's when I knew for sure that this was something beyond my realm of expertise. Relationship between you seems so difficult. Yeah, you can say that. Such a cute kid. When I found out I was pregnant, I was terrified. I didn't know if I'd be ready, but he made me love being a mom. It's not like it was gonna be sunshine and roses forever. No matter what, kids grow up and they change. Sometimes for the worst. It's part of being a mom too. Doing what you can to make sure the child you brought into the world is going out around eating people. You know, I did not know what he was. I've been medicating him since he was 12. We'd only had 3 incidents like this before, maybe 4, depending on what counts. It's the worst one by far.
Doesn't seem to understand at first that he looks different, and I just make sure to stay on top of his dosages so he rarely ever does. But I've been preparing for this inevitability. He's an adult now. There's only so much I can do to control him. A strange little smile creeps onto Dr. Kelly's face. I wish I knew. It just kind of happened. I wasn't seeing anyone. I just woke up pregnant one day. I know how impossible that sounds. I'm a doctor, for Christ's sake. I'm having these weird dreams, almost like sleep paralysis episodes. Romantic sleep paralysis episodes. They were actually kind of sweet, but they sound like dreams. These don't sound like, this don't sound very romantic. And then all of a sudden, my period stopped. I got morning sickness, and roughly 9 months later, Reese. Okay. How did you know he was dangerous? Well, he wants to murder me, so that's clue number 1. It's not like he's usually a violent kid. He's mostly just sad, but every now and then we butt heads, and it's just when this side of him comes out. Imagine if this happens anytime he gets frustrated with anyone. Imagine he gets road rage one day, turns into a 12-foot monster with a million teeth, and rips somebody apart in the middle of a major metropolitan area. Yeah, he's dangerous. I can fix him. You can't fix him, bro. You can't fix him. You're the biggest threat to him. I'm just gonna remain silent on the matter. Any other secrets you're keeping? Yeah, well, you have no idea how relieved I am to finally say all this out loud. What is this room? Old X-ray room. Lead walls after I realized this whole situation was a possibility. The door reinforced with special remote control locks. Glad I could finally come in handy. You and Dr. Kelly sit in silence, wait for a son to make his way to you. The sound of distant breaking glass cuts through the silence of the clinic outside the safe room. Might be game time. Get those drinks ready. We have to get this door open before he crosses the hallway. Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out into the hallway. Oh my gosh. This dude is a demon. Is this what you were so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizer. This is our shot. Oh, snap. My big cuz coming in. Clutch. Before Dr. Kelly can fire, a different shot rings out. Reese's body is thrown to the wall. Shotgun in hand, your cousin rounds the corner and trains her weapon on his writhing body. You know, I forgot that I even called her over her. Tabitha, what are you doing here? Stop it. Let me sedate him. We can deal with this non-lethally. Are you insane? That thing was trying to kill you. I'm gonna just say no. I'm gonna just say nothing. Damn. You know, it's probably for the best, to be honest. You two, help me drag this thing outside. We're burning it. The three of you stand around Reese's mangled, still-twitching body. Your cousin pours gasoline over his body, and she lights a match. He screams as he erupts into flames. It's inhuman. The ruin of face incapable of making any recognizable sounds beyond a guttural wail. It seems to last forever, and then it stops. In its absence, there is only the roaring of flames and the sobbing of his mother, staring down at the withering, burning body of what was once her son. I always knew there was something off about that kid. He had a weird smell. Cry, hug, Tabitha. Boy, am I glad you showed up. You showed up. You know, I'm a hugger. Before she can push you away, you wrap your cousin in your arms and squeeze. You release her, she steps back, putting a usual distance between the two of you. Did you know what he was? No, but the door was still shut, and I got a bad vibe from your call, so I took the gun from my office. I was already armed when I rounded the corner and saw him. Just did what had to be done. Thanks for calling. Still trying to handle this on your own. The suffering is over. This is a good thing. You know? Don't you dare say that to me while my son is burning in front of me. I don't care what he was. He's gone now. You're trying to cover me. It's just fingering that fresh wound. Don't bother. You know? He wasn't even human. You shouldn't be so broken up about some wild animal that had every intention of killing you. He was human. I did tests. Genetically, he was no different from us, and he was an incredible artist. He was thoughtful and kind, and most importantly, he was my son. Dr. Kelly falls silent, and the flames dancing across her tear-streaked face. Sorry, Joan. An arc, an arcade smell hangs in the air. The stink of burning flesh stinging your nostrils. But he is gone. There's only a charred pile of ashen bones where his writhing body once lay. Nothing moves, nothing tries to mend itself. There's nothing left to be mended. I'm going to bed. Not aware of this to anyone, or there will be hell to pay. You have to tell me twice. Dr. Kelly starts back down the hill towards the clinic, leaving the two of you to be next to smoldering ashes. Part down the hill. Let's get out of here. I need a shower. My hair smells like a burning corpse. The two of you make your way to the bottom of the hill, where Tabitha's car is parked, among the sleepy houses of Scarlet Hollow's residential street. She places her gun in the trunk and turns to face you. You're alone right now. Stella's still missing? I tried calling her a couple of times, but I kept getting her stupid voicemail. Yeah. You're interrupted by the jingling of dog tags. Gretchen appears on the edge of the road, running as fast as her geriatric club legs can carry her. Gretchen seems distressed. She whines and she stares up at you from the ground, eyes desperate, anxiously jumping back and forth and darting away when you try to lean down to her. Gretchen, but where's Stella? Looks like I'm about to find out. You would Tabitha follow Gretchen to the woods. God, I hope she's not leading us to a body. I hope not either. There she is. Gretchen nervously runs ahead of you, and Tabitha looking back to make sure you're still there as she leads you into the woods. For long, the trees thin, and you find yourself on a steep hill by a two-lane road lined on one side by sheer rock. There, sitting on a log, staring mournfully out at the asphalt, is Stella. You watch her from the underbrush. Great, she's alive. Let's go. Let's go talk to her. You can go talk to her. It'd be weird if I went up with you. We're not even friends. Wouldn't know what to say. Didn't y'all used to be like cool with each other? If you're not comfortable going up there, I mean, you should talk to her by yourself. You two need to talk. Fine. Tabitha takes a step forward, gravel crunching beneath her boots as she walks along the side of the road towards Stella. Stella looks up, a tired smile spreads across her face at the sight of her cousin, standing awkwardly on the slight slope of the road. They talk, their voices quiet in the still night air. After a while, they both stand and walk off into the forest together. Gretchen tucked under Stella's arms. It's time for you to go home. Come along now. It's quite a hike back to the estate. He appears as if out of nowhere, clothes streaked with what at first looks like blood and gore, but you quickly realize it's pain, evidence of his altercation with Reese. I'll walk you. I appreciate the company. Shall we? Wayne walks just ahead of you in near complete silence. Flirt with Wade, bro, please. Found my family's death records today. Things are heading up. Good. We're starting to see the holes then. Look for more. Did you know Reese was like that? I knew he was different. How exactly, I wasn't sure. But now I know. How come you are following me? Because you're special. Why am I so special? You simply are. Do you not feel the ties that bind us? They're unbreakable. I mean, I feel them, but like, I just want to know like what's going on. looking after me tonight. Anytime you find yourself in danger, I'll be there for you. I'll always be there for you. You don't need to keep coming up with new topics of conversation to fill the silence. You're tired. It's been a long time. You should rest.
Oh, right.
You know? Wade remains silent for the rest of the journey back to the estate. I'm sure we'll see each other tomorrow. You should try to spend some time in that old building before you head to town. Tabitha won't be around, too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her to stop you. You might be surprised at what you find. Until then, sleep well. Disappears into the underbrush. Go home. The estate is empty, wind howling through its abandoned halls, bare foundations creaking beneath you. Go to bed. Exhausted beyond belief, you stumble into your room and collapse on the bed. The damp smell of the mattress is starting to become almost unwelcoming. A sign that the now daily horrors of Scarlet Hollow are finally behind you, at least until the sun inevitably rises once again. You close your eyes, your exhausted body succumbing to sleep almost immediately. As you drift off, you think of Reese, and the way his mangled but still living body riddled in his funeral pyre. Then you think of nothing. This is the end of episode 4. Episode 5 will release later this year. It comes out like what? Like a week from now, I think, at the time of this recording. So that's kind of crazy. Follow us on social media to keep up with the rest. It comes out very soon, and I cannot wait to play that. Congratulations for finishing all the episodes currently available in the game. You can provide hardcore mode. Hardcore mode allows you to select 3 traits at character creation, but you'll no longer be able to use your traits to avoid consequences of major decisions. This penalty only applies to... Dang, so I can't use my traits, but I have them or I can't use my traits for consequences. That's crazy. If you'd like to continue in this world state, please save your game now. I'll save it here. You know, I just saved. Play Slay the Princess. Oh yeah, I can play Slay the Princess now because I've finished everything in this game. I have it too. It's like I have that game too. So we low-key could play Slay the Princess after this while we wait for episode 5 to drop. But yeah, bro, this game is so freaking fire. The amount of dialogue options that you can choose in this game is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The choices you can make too is crazy. This low-key might be like the best visual novel like ever. I've only played like a few. Like this might be the best one. Like Doki Doki was fire, but like this low-key might got it. Plus like all the little plot twists this game got too. Hardcore mode is crazy. I'll probably do hardcore mode after I beat like the actual game. Like after I beat like the entirety of the game, I'll probably do hardcore mode then. But until then, we gonna call it there for now. Until episode 5. This is a phenomenal game. I love this game so much. Definitely up there as one of my favorite games probably ever, to be honest. Like it's just so crazy. It's like I don't know what else to say. Like it's just a freaking masterpiece of storytelling. Like that's all I can really say about the matter. And on that note, if you enjoyed watching me play this game as much as I enjoyed playing it, consider liking, comment, subscribe. Of course, as always, you don't have to. It would very much be appreciated if you did. Make sure you hydrate, eat something, take care of yourself, all that jazzy stuff. I will see you all when it's convenient. I love you. Goodbye.